Hello and welcome to Americans Learn. My name is Lauren and today I am going back into the land of Epica. Today I'm going to be watching the video for Cry for the Moon. This is one that has been suggested by several people. I don't think I have to do any background information on this one. I've gotten in trouble for that once before. But this one I think that I should be all right. It's been suggested by quite a few people. And I've been really enjoying the things that I've heard from Epica. I will have subtitles on this video because I've had some issues in the past with some of these videos where I just can't understand all the lyrics, and I feel like that will help me in enjoying some of the actual music itself, because the lyrics are really powerful most of the time. So I want to know what they're saying. So that's that. I'm getting right into it. If you want to see anything else in particular, let me know. And let's go. Oh, yes. The harmonies. And I love the low, like it's just right, sitting right there, right in her chest. And that's gorgeous. I don't think I've heard her do low very often. I usually hear her with these soaring, flute high notes. And this is just right down here in that right, you can feel it's just coming from the bottom of her diaphragm, just right here, right in the chest, reverberating off of everything. Oh, and the reverb is great, and the harmonies come in. I will say I think it's very funny that I tried to put the captions on and it did not work even a little bit. Music. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Whatever. I'll go back then. I'm turning them off because that is useless. Thank you. Yeah, it's just fully useless. That's funny. Okay. Forever and ever, only by revealing the whole truth can we disclose the soul of this sickle one. Forever and ever, forever and ever. Creating minds so it is cool, and I like the sudden change as well, from that really sort of flowy lilting but you have those drums in the background and it's building up to something. It's just a question of what it's building up to. I like it. And I love, ooh, yes, we're going to get to something fun now. And I like that, again, you get the feeling of like frantic, like you're running from something, and like the ha ha, like as that comes in, it's just like it feels like you're, you know, like that's like a, you've been tearing through, I don't know, the song is called Cry for the Moon, so I am kind of picturing like running through a dark woods. I'm kind of, you know, looking, like imagining sort of like a dark and sort of misty woods, like maybe in the wintertime, and you're like tearing through these trees, like with wolves coming after you know. It's like you're getting, I get kind of like a, oh my god, we gotta go, like we gotta get out of here vibe. And again, I'm having issues, I can't understand with what people are saying. So I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics on this one really quick, just so I can kind of see it, because I want to see what Simone's saying, because it's really pretty. All right, follow your common sense. You cannot hide yourself behind a fairy tale forever. Only by revealing the truth can we disclose the soul of the sick bulwark forever and ever. Ooh, that's cool. Indoctrinated mind so often contains sick thoughts and commit most of the evil they preach against again. That's so true. Okay, I'm going back. I'm listening to what... I'm going to go back and listen to the rest. Because I need to hear that. That's true.
Follow your common sense. You cannot hide yourself behind a fairy tale forever and ever. Only by revealing the whole truth can we disclose the soul of this sick bulwark forever and ever, forever and ever. Indoctrinated minds so
And again, that's so true. And I still get like a you're running from something vibe. And so like which I think is still applicable, you know? Like but it can be, it's like a metaphorical forest that you're running through with the wolves at your heels. In this case, you know, she's talking about, it seems like you know, like people who believe so strongly in something, be it religion or, you know, what have you. It's like, but they often tend to be the ones who are the worst people. And I feel like that is so true. And like, because they hide behind like their own sense of self-righteousness, yeah, but it's like that's the fairy tale that they've been telling themselves, that they're righteous, that they're correct, that they're in the right, which means that if they're right, then you must be wrong. So like, and like again, an indoctrinated mind, she was saying, contain, you know, they commit most of the evil they preach against, because it's like they don't see it as what they're doing as the same, which is, you know, again, the fairy tale that they are living, the lie that they're living, because they don't see it the same way, because it's them who's doing it. That's... And I was thinking too, it kind of like it does kind of sound like, you know, a church choir too, like when they do that kind of thing in lots of movies and stuff to make things a little bit more intense. It does give a sort of church choir vibe, which is again interesting, with the implications of this song being like, y'all need to check yourself, organize So that was interesting too. Like his like the kind of going deep and then the higher. I didn't even realize like people did a higher pitched like growl. Honestly, that was interesting. It kind of went like back and forth between the two, and I don't know if that's just because it's easier to get some of those like if like E vowels, or if it's easier to say those like higher than it is to say lower. I don't know if that's like a technique thing. But it made for an interesting sound for sure, that like the bouncing back and forth between that. That's a baller line. Forgiveness is not for sale. And like that seems like it might be also pointed. It's like I mean, what was it called? The Catholic Church used to like just take money and be like, yes, you're forgiven. The indulgences. And like you literally used to you know, you could buy forgiveness. And you could do whatever you wanted to, just pay a certain amount of money to whatever cardinal was in charge, and then your sin, your crimes would be like absolved and you'd be forgiven. I don't know if they still do that. I am not Catholic. I was not raised around much Catholicism. Like my cousins on like one side of my family were Catholic, but they were also, you know, I didn't spend a lot of time at their church or anything. We saw each other at like Thanksgiving or Christmas, and apart from a prayer around the table, like we didn't we didn't do much. We had nothing to do with anything. So it's like, but I do remember learning about the indulgences. I think that's what it was called, where the Catholic Church would allow you to buy forgiveness, and I love that line. And like, forgiveness is not for sale, nor is the will to forget. Like, you know, people say forgive and forget. It's like, yeah, not necessarily going to happen just because you ask me to, just because you pay me, just because like you're trying to cover
Your common sense, you cannot hide yourself behind a fairy tale forever and ever. Only by revealing the whole truth can we disclose the soul of this simple one forever.
Also, like this whole song right now, it reminds me of like everything that's been going on right now with like that documentary Shiny Happy People. You know, it's a religious family who committed some serious wrongs against not only the young children in that family but other people as well. And you have all of these like religious YouTubers out there being like, well, this documentary just like makes it look like Christians are terrible, and it's really not Christians, it's just these guys. And it's like, they consider themselves part of your own thing, and like, yeah, sure, it's not going to be everybody who's involved in this, but like you have to do a really hard look at the people in your organization that you get close to. Yeah, like you can't live behind a fairy tale of, well, they're bad but I'm good forever. There's going to be, you know, you have to like look in, do some inward searching, please, and like, you know, search out that truth even if it's difficult to hear. Like, and it's very interesting because this song was written ages ago. Like, this is an old song, but like it's still like applicable to things happening this week, which is, you know, it's like we haven't gotten better. Keep washing your hands in innocence. Wow. That's like, that's harsh, yo. Um, I love that. And again, it feels like such a you know, it feels like it's this is about the church essentially is what this feels like, just like with all of the like the awfulness that has been wrapped up in it for so long, and it just and like the whole idea of forgiveness and like, you know, pulling in, it's like you can't just buy it, like you're hiding, you have to bring out the truth, like shine a light on the truth of the matter, and like, because then that's the only way that you're actually going to move forward and like to become maybe a good person. um like follow your, yeah, like it's like, you know, this like I like that it's also telling people it's like you do know this already, like this is not a surprise, it's not a secret, like you know that you can't just keep, you know, keeping the, you know, keeping your head in the sand forever. It, you have to reveal the truth, and then we can disclose the soul of the sick bulwark. So like bulwark is like a bulwark is like, I think of a bulwark of like a ship, you know. um it's like a wall, right? um yeah, it's a defensive wall, because I was always thinking of it, I thought of it as like a ship, so it's like, but if the bulwark is sick, you know, it's that means that like it's not going to take too much longer for something to be able to punch through that, and then everybody within dies. Essentially, if you're thinking of it like, if it's the bulwark of a ship and it's keeping the water out, but it's sick or it's got a piece that's rotten, if you don't find that piece and take care of it, you know, it's not going to take too long for something to happen, and that piece is going to end up being the destruction of everybody else as well. um which I mean, like, it's not even like condemning the individuals, which I really like about this song too. It's like, you know what to do, like there's ways that you can improve this, like look at your past, and like this isn't, again, doesn't just go with organized religion, it can be about almost anything. It's like, look at your past, like find those dark and dirty parts, those poisoned pieces, and shine a light on those poisoned pieces and take care of it. Otherwise, everything will come crashing down. Everything that you care about, everything that, you know, everyone who cares about you, um, like the people who shout the loudest are often, you know, like about how evil this person is, you know, are usually the worst. Like they have such cruel, they say such cruel things to hide the cruelty within themselves. And it's like, if you're not gonna like do something, if you have somebody in your community who doesn't want to, who refuse, who just is so cruel and hateful to other people around them, um for various reasons, and you're not taking a good hard look about why that might be, like, then you need to take a look at yourself too. um that's really gorgeous. And it's, and again, I like the, I don't know. And again, I am just getting like vibes of that Shiny Happy People documentary, like all the stuff that just came out recently about that, and like all the Duggar stuff, and um this horrible, horrible event that has hurt so many people. Um and again, it's like, and people are complaining, like religious tone, like YouTube is complaining about that the documentary doesn't share their side of the story of like decent decent Christians or whatever. And it's like, okay, well then where is your documentary sharing what happened in your community, huh? Like if you want to share your side of the story, go for it. But like you have to do that investigation yourself, you know? You have to look at what's broken in your own community and then not get before you can get mad and feel victimized cuz somebody else is like, "Hey, look, this is awful. This is a terrible thing that happened. People are like forever changed and injured by this." And like, you know, maybe if you want to share your side of the story, share it. Anyway, like that is kind of irrelevant, except for it's not irrelevant. It's not even irrelevant. Anyway, I have managed to make a like 6 minute song go on for like 20 minutes. So I'm going to stop there because I got a little carried away. But thank you for everybody who suggested I watch this video, that I see EPICA-Cry for the Moon. It I feel like the song really actually spoke to me in a way that I wasn't expecting. So thank you so much. I hope you will continue to put your comments and suggestions below. You can also check out our other channels on Chicago Reacts Anime. The links for those are in the description box below. Just don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you